2/6/2013. I promised everybody that's in my leg under me that I was going to start making contacts with the guys above me, like Ronnie Poirier and Brian Curry and Bill Robinson. And it's I have to explain something, okay? I know you guys consider me a team lead, but everybody's a team lead. Like Mr. Robinson, the guy that's at top of our tier, second top to our tier, he is Brian Curry's lead. Brian Curry is Ronnie Poirier's lead, and everybody under him, of course. And then, of course, Ronnie Poirier is my lead. I am your lead. The people that are immediately in front of me, the people that they've recruited, they're their team lead. So everybody that's doing a good job, congrats for being a good team leader, right? Everybody has their hand on the other person's shoulder in front of them, assisting them any way they can to make the Rippln happen. Okay, let me tell you something. This is, to me, this is the biggest key of the whole game on the side of investing, from becoming a fan to a player. And people who don't take this math and run with it are either very, very skeptical people and they're going to be kicking themselves in the butt, or they just don't understand simple mathematics or simple investments. And this is how this is going to roll. This is from the top, okay? It's not released anywhere, but everything that I've said so far, besides one thing, and that's about the non-monetary investing, about the points and product you're going to receive, because we're not really sure what it's going to be, but the non-monetary, which when I say monetary, I mean money. The non-money investors are going to collect points to win iPads, flights, movie tickets, you name it. Anything. It's going to be like almost like a Rippln's Air Miles thing. You know how you take your Air Miles and you go on the Air Miles site and you can pick and choose with the amount of points that you have, product and services. Just the fans of Rippln, they're going to have that option, which is awesome. No one else does it. Facebook gives you nothing but a hard time, right? The monetary people, everybody's slowly understanding what's going to happen. The hard 2 times 6 times 5, those numbers aren't out, except for maybe a very nominal piece of it. But I'm going to give you a piece of information here that, like I said, if you understand basic mathematics and going to the bank and putting money in, and you know what the interest is for a month, imagine if you knew what it was going to be from the time that you put the money in to the time that you took it out. This is what's going to happen. When the time comes that the Rippln application development team and the investors say, you know what, we're going to roll this out. We're going to start taking on investors on May 27th, for example, is the hard date. Now, right now it's May 1st. You have time to recruit everybody and tell them a little bit of how the whole thing works. And the big advantage here is this. So take this information and put it in your pocket. There's 30 days approximately until the time of release of certain things, and also the intake of money in the foundation of Rippln. Now, when it comes down to the last 48 hours, okay, this is what's going to happen. They're going to give you 48 hours to make that choice, whether you're going to be a Rippln fan, which is a non-monetary investor, or you're going to upgrade from a fan and become a player and take, whether it's 300, 500, 600, or 900, and become a Rippln player, the people that make residuals. Now, within that 48 hours, everybody that's sitting inside the control panel and you see your Rippln, you can only see the immediate tier in front of you. You can see the amount of numbers that are there. But this is what's going to happen. The last 48 hours of where it's very important, where you make your decision whether you're going to be a fan or a player, they're going to open up the screening on everything that's there that you can't see. And from your point of where you sit at the tier down, if you got, whether it's 20 or 5,000, you're going to be able to see the live action of people who chose to level up, which means to go from a fan to a player. So you have right to the last minute of that 48 hours when they close the investing part for that 7-day period on the very, very first transaction of the investment of the Ripple application. So dumbing down is like this: you're going to know how much money you're going to make prior to even investing your money if you're behind or the team lead in your tier. Is that making sense? So I've got 35 people in front of me, for example. I'm their team lead. Of course, Brian's behind me. Maybe he's got 35 people. And Brian Curry, he's behind Ronnie. He's got to say 100 people. And then Bill Robinson, he's behind Brian. He's got to say 10,000 people or whatever, right? Just for an example. Everybody that's that team lead, or yourself, right? Don't forget yourself and everybody that's in front of you. You're going to be able to see everybody that makes a monetary transaction towards the investment of leveling up from a fan to a player. Now, to me, friends, that's real simple math. You know, you're going to be able to see what you're going to make even before you put your money in the pot. Like, now everybody's going to wait probably to the last minute just to look, but soon as one or two people say, you know what, screw this, I'm in no matter what. And you know what, I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to be, whether it's $1 or I make $5,000, I'm in for that transaction. So anyway, that's easy math. If someone's sitting on the fence and they think it's a big risk, there is no risk involved. They're not asking you for money. They're not asking you for money until the last minute of that last 48 hours of the very first transaction of the many transactions that are going to happen over the next 10 years of the Rippln application. So don't let them steer you into the deep grass. Don't let their negativity drag you down. This is the best opportunity out of the hundreds of things I've ever done in my life, whether it's owning steam wash businesses or whether it's mobile mechanics or working for another company in Fort McMurray. You know, I've done a lot of things, made a lot of money, and even working for somebody else, you don't know sometimes if you're going to work 40 hours or 80 hours. You don't know what your check's going to be in that 7-day period. This 7-day period, you can watch it. You can watch your money working before you even put your money in. And at the very end, you know, if you don't want to put your money in, you stay a fan. It's that simple, right? So anyway, this is video number 1 of the clue of the monetary transactions of going from a fan to a player, which in your dashboard is called leveling up. If you see that tab that says play means go from a fan to a player. That box right there, when that function becomes available, that's when the money starts being on fire. When you go to click in there, you're going to have the ability to level up and become what they call a monetary invested player. Anyway, this is clue number 1. Eric Roberts Show, Moncton, New Brunswick. Eric at ripplnapp.ca or www.ripplnapp.ca. Yeah, you can call or text me too anytime at 506-878-9023. Clue 2 coming out soon. We'll talk to you. Have a great weekend, everybody.